and welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to share this unique snare drum I got the chance to try out recently. Over the summer, I had another drummer in my community reach out asking for some help consolidating his collection of drum equipment. Overall, it was a nice meetup and I enjoyed seeing a wide variety of different drums he had collected, and although I didn't end up buying anything from him, I was able to help make some recommendations on value and different avenues he could use to go about selling. A few weeks later, he reached out again to let me know about a drum he had initially forgot and asked if I would like to borrow it and try it out. Upon opening it for the first time, it was unlike any snare I'd ever seen. Of course, any drummer would be familiar with Remo and their legendary drum heads, and I've been familiar with Remo drums as well, as some of my favorite jazz drummers like Jeff Hamilton and Louis Bellson were longtime users of their drums. But I'd never seen a drum without typical tension rods for tuning the heads. Turns out, this drum was part of Remo's Innovator series, which features their pre-tuned system drum heads, more commonly known as PTS. As opposed to drum heads being stretched over the shell by tightening tension rods, on these drums, you simply need to lift up a series of latches around the shell to remove the head. Now, I don't have any experience with these heads, but I would have imagined that Remo would offer them with a few varieties, like different textures or tension levels, so that you could still alter the sound of a drum. But for a beginner who really doesn't understand tuning drums, maybe this would be a good option for them. In addition to the drum and case, this package also came with a set of Remo's Muffles sound control system, which features 2 dampening pads and a plastic ring to help keep one of the muffles in contact with the batter head. I recorded a brief demo of this drum, so I'll let that play now, and following the demo, I'll provide a few of my thoughts on using this drum. So as you can hear, this drum sounds great in its one tuning option. Unfortunately, I don't have access to any other PTS heads to try, but I'd say this drum does its job fine. My only grief with this drum was trying to do cross sticks while playing. Since the drum doesn't have a standard rim made out of die cast or steel, The rim clicks really don't cut through much, and the rim material here is more like the collar of a drum head, maybe made out of aluminum or something similar. One thing I really enjoyed about this drum was how easy it was to change the muffling by utilizing the latches and the muffle system. It made a fair amount of difference in volume while keeping the feel and rebound of the drum roughly the same. I could see this being useful for younger students practicing in an environment at home where they might be restricted by volume for playing drums. It's a cool concept, especially for the time in the 1980s. Considering these Innovator Series drums were more in the entry level, the build quality leaves a little more to be desired, so when it comes to components like the throw-off, shell, and latches, I could see some of these parts wearing out or breaking over time. I was able to find a few of these drums for sale online, even in full kits, and while I certainly enjoyed my time getting to try this drum out, I don't have a strong desire to add any of these to my collection right now. I'm always excited to learn about innovation related to the instrument I spend so much of my time on, and upon checking out this 1988 catalog from Remo Drums, which featured the Innovator Series, I was surprised to see a whole slew of other innovative ideas from shell construction, finishes, hardware, lugs, among other creative instruments. If you have any experience with these drums, I'd love to hear about it, so leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on future video releases. Until next time, thanks.